Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is BGFH, and we are back for part 4 of our journey through Alter Ego right now. We are back, and so we just left our adolescence behind us, I guess. Played through that earlier this morning. And now we are back in young adulthood, which means now we have to really have things open up a little bit more. So we have to pay attention a bit more to finance, and we have to pay also more attention to schooling, as far as if we want to get a degree that will allow us to get a better paying job and support ourselves and possibly our family. So we also really didn't, I think later on in the adolescence period, we could have done some things with relationships, but I kind of forgot about it and got distracted doing all kinds of other things. But now we really, if we want to pursue that avenue, we can do so. So we are back in the app.
You are in young adulthood.
Here we go. And all of the text here is just the same.
There are 7 stages of life in Alter Ego.
There's 7 stages of life, blah, blah, blah. Pick any order. So, let's start out by checking our money here. I think we have...
Radio button. Unchecked. Apply for a part-time job. Apply for a full-time job. Quit a job / retire. Apply for a part-time job.
So let's do a part-time because we want to...
Next chapter. I'm sorry. It seems that you are far too busy to take on the responsibility of another job right now. Please reapply when your work schedule opens up a bit.
Okay, so we still have our other job.
They are sorted
let's go into our status here and let's look at our cash flow and see how our other stats are doing. We haven't actually done this in a while. I mean, we get our end of period summaries here, you know, like our childhood and adolescence. Let's just flick through and see.
90%. Intellectual, familial, 90%.
Okay, we're good there.
Intellectual, 86%.
All right.
Physical, 17%.
Ouch. That's really bad.
Social, 75%. Vocational, 48%. Calmness, 34%. Confidence, 98%. Expressiveness, 80%. Gentleness, 69%. Happiness, 69%. Thoughtfulness, 66%. Trustworthiness, 67%. Money, 8,082.
Okay, 8,082. So now I do have at least some money.
Income per turn, 2,322.
Okay.
5806451612902. Thoughtless spending per turn, 1459. Acquisitions, none. Next button.
So, we have like 8,000 some dollars right now. Let's start with a general icon here.
Emotional link.
Sure.
Image.
All right, we'll do an emotional one.
Warning: this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature.
Okay, of course it does. Let's find out.
Not cooperative. A friend asks if you would be kind enough to drop off a package at the house of someone he knows lives close to you.
Okay.
Cooperative.
Yeah.
Deliver the package.
Yeah, it sounds fine. Sounds innocent enough.
You arrive at the address. It is a huge split-level house with a Rolls-Royce, a Jaguar, and a Porsche parked in the driveway. You ring the bell, and an older, very attractive woman comes to the door in a sheer negligee. She has evidently just stepped out of the shower. You deliver the package and turn to walk away. She asks if you would like to stop in for a drink. Select an action. Excuse yourself and go home. Radio button. Checked. 1 of 1. Stop in for a drink. Radio button.
Sure, why not?
Checked. Next button.
We'll go see what happens.
Sit down on the couch and make yourself comfortable. She asks you what kind of drink you would like. 4 periods. Select an action. Something with a little kick to it. Radio button. Something cool and refreshing. Something HHHHHOT. Radio button. Unchecked. 1.
Yeah, something with a little kick to it. Sure, that sounds okay.
She fixes your drink and places it down on a long marble table. As you scan the room, you notice expensive-looking artwork, vases, rugs, sculptures, on every wall and in every corner. She invites you into the adjoining rumpus room.
Okay.
The rumpus room is filled with hunting trophies, a lion's head, some elephant tusks, a zebra skin. Next button.
Huh. This could go really badly. I don't know. We'll see.
Her husband is an avid lover of the sport, but she thinks it's barbaric. You finish your drink.
Okay. So she's married.
Select an action. Excuse yourself and leave. Radio button. Checked. 1 of 1. Stick around for a while. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Well, we'll stick around for a little bit longer.
Next.
Make things interesting for the video, shall we?
The woman turns to you, and in a deep, sexy voice says, "Enough. We both know what we want. Take me."
Ah, uh, I'm gonna probably say no because while yeah, it might be nice to, like I said, she's married, but she's rich or she has a rich husband. Things could go horribly south.
Select an action. Become her wild jungle savage. Radio button.
Duh.
Checked. Excuse yourself. Radio button.
Eh,
Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Probably
Check.
better
Next.
not do
Button.
that.
Next. Get the feeling that sticking around might have made you a permanent part of the rumpus room? Sometimes being paranoid can save your own rumpus, so to speak. Next chapter. Button.
Fair enough. All
They are
right.
sorted chronologically.
Because I want to keep the game going. Like I said, one of these days, like I figured that something was just going to go horribly wrong, and I would end up not making it to one of the older stages of life here. Like I said, I was kind of worried when I got all those like compound fractures a couple of episodes ago. So now let's see.
Relationships. Link.
Let's
Image.
actually look at our
Relationship.
relationships
Link.
thing here and
Image.
see what happens. So the way this works is we are currently single. We don't have anybody. And our
Meet
options,
someone.
we can meet somebody.
Break off with someone. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
So we can do that.
Go on a date / have an experience
Go on a
with your
date.
Go steady. Radio
Go
button.
steady.
Unchecked.
Well, we
1 of
can't
1.
because we don't know anybody.
Live together. Radio button. Leave this icon. Radio button.
So let's
Unchecked. 1
meet
of 1.
somebody.
Next button. Next button.
And now you can say, where do you want to meet?
Where would you like to meet this person? Select an action. At school. Radio button. Check.
Well, I'm
1 of
not
1.
at school right now, but I probably should enroll, huh?
Work. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of
Yeah,
1.
we'll do work.
Check.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's see. I work in an office right now, right? Like a lawyer's office. That'd be a good place to maybe meet somebody.
Someplace other than school or work. Radio button. Next button.
Let's see. And now it'll
Sarah,
give you just a
radio
list of
button. Unchecked. 1 of
names.
1. Whom would you like to meet? Select an action. Jessica. Radio button. Ashley. Radio button. Jennifer. Radio button. Amanda. Radio button. Sarah. Radio button. Stephanie. Radio button. Nicole. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Heather. Radio button. Unchecked. Nicole. Stephanie. Radio button. Unchecked.
Let's see what Stephanie's up
Check.
to.
Next button.
I don't know. I'll just do a random
You
one.
have chosen to meet with Stephanie. Her characteristics may be described as follows.
Okay.
She is very trustworthy.
Okay.
She is not very gentle.
Okay.
She is very calm. She is not very happy. She is not very confident. She is not very attractive.
Okay.
Next button. Next button.
All right.
Next chapter button. She works directly for the boss. After deciding you are attracted to her, you ask her for a date. Fortunately, she accepts.
She works directly for the boss, so that's interesting.
Next chapter button.
All right.
You may select
So
icons in
now-
order.
I didn't really go on a date. I just asked for one. So now I can go back into
Relationships. Link. Image.
relationships,
Relationships. Link. Image.
and I could say,
Break off with some. Go on a date / have an experience with your present partner.
let's go on
Go
a
on a
date.
date / have an
So
experience.
we
Next
have
button.
that option open to us. Let's see what happens.
As often happens in relationships, Stephanie begins to gain access to your personal life. Want to know what she finds out?
Sure.
Next button.
Why not?
Next chapter. She finds out that you still play with toy boats when you sit in the tub. Now, that's personal.
Okay. Yeah, alrighty. That's a weird one.
Next chapter button. Your
All
game is saved
right.
automatically.
Let's jump
School.
into
Link. Image. School. Link. Image.
school. Let's,
Link. Image.
because now I'm working at an office type of job, so we can
Enroll in college.
enroll in college. Let's
Next button. Choose a major. Have a college experience.
so
Next
let's go next.
So what kind of college would you like to attend? Select an action. Low admission standards. Radio. Moderate admission standards. Radio button. High admission standards. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
I would think high admission standards. It's probably going to be
Next
more
button.
expensive, but I'd be good, and my intellect is okay. It's just my physical
Next button.
traits are just terrible right now.
Next chapter button. The entrance requirements for this school are too stringent to allow you admission at the present time.
Oh.
We are sorry.
Boo-hoo.
Next chapter.
All right, I
Button.
guess I'm not as good as I thought I was.
Your game is saved. School.
All right,
Link.
let's go
Image.
back into school.
School. Link. Image.
We'll go moderate then.
Next button.
And
Moderate admission standards.
moderate.
Moderate admission next button. Next. You are now enrolled.
Let's see.
You have met the qualifications for this school.
Okay.
You are now enrolled. Your resources will decrease by $200 every time you access the college icon. This will cover tuition and college-related costs. You will need 12 college experiences to graduate.
Okay.
Next chapter, button. Next chapter, button.
So it said 200 each.
You are now enrolled. Your resources will decrease by $200 every time you access the college icon.
Okay,
This will cover tuition and
$200
college-related
each
costs.
time.
You will need 12 college experiences to graduate.
Okay, so 200 times 12. That shouldn't be...
Next chapter.
Yeah,
button.
$200 a
sorted
credit, and I only
chronologically.
need 12 credits. Man, if only real school was like that, right? Let's go back into school
link,
again.
image,
Let's actually
school,
declare a
link,
major.
image. Choose a major. Radio button.
So
Unchecked.
let's not float around in generals for all that long. Let's
Next button.
have ourselves
Engineering,
a...
radio button. Liberal arts. Natural sciences, radio, social sciences, business, radio, engineering, radio button, business.
let's
radio
do
button,
business,
unchecked.
because I'm in that job right now.
Next button.
All right, let's do business.
Next chapter. You are almost guaranteed the job when you get out of school, but you may become rigid and materialistic. Let yourself be free to explore social and interpersonal relationships while you are pursuing this course of study.
Okay,
Next chapter. Button.
okay,
Fortunately, it was just a little while later. Ellipsis.
okay, now we got a bonus event again.
There is a telephone call for you. Your father has just had a heart attack.
Oh,
Fortunately, it was just a mild attack. He recovers and returns to work within 3 months. Next chapter.
okay,
Button.
that's good.
You are in young adulthood.
Okay, so we currently have a starting relationship, a weird one, with the boss's next in command or whatever, and we're now in school. We have a part-time job. So we've got a couple of things going. Let's do another main icon.
Family. Link. Image.
Let's do a family one
Family,
since our
link,
dad
image.
just got better.
Your mother calls to tell you that your father is in very poor spirits lately. He has lost his job.
Oh no.
Select a mood. SAD/sympathetic. Embarrassed. Radio button. Neutral. Radio button. Select an action. Talk to him about it. Radio button. Don't mention it to him. Radio button. Talk to him about it.
Let's
Radio
talk to
button.
him
Next
about it.
button. What is the one thing you would like to tell him most? Select an action that you feel badly for him and hope he gets a new job very soon. Radio button. Checked. 1. That he should try to find work in a more stable field. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
No, I'm not going to blame him.
That the most important thing in life is that he is a great person and that you love him. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
So I could either say that one
That you feel
or...
badly for him and hope he gets a new job very soon. That you feel badly for him and hope he gets a new job very soon.
That is true, but it kind of just sounds like you would say that maybe more to a friend. You know, your dad, you know, maybe...
The most important thing in
let's
life
do
is that the
let's
most
just say that
checked.
you're, you know, that
Next
you're proud of
button.
him, because it's not that he just lost his job, is that he got out of a heart attack, he's depressed. You know, you want to kind of boost him up a little bit. So let's see what happens.
Dad looks at you and large tears begin to roll down his leathery face. He squints hard to keep them in, but they come rushing down the side of his face in long streams. This might make you feel badly. If it does, it only means that you are empathizing with him, which makes him feel better.
Okay.
Next chapter. Button.
So that went
Emotional.
okay.
Link. Image. Social.
Let's
Link.
do a
Image.
social. We haven't done
Link.
that
Image.
enough lately.
Warning. This episode contains subject matter of
Of
sexual
course
nature.
it does.
Next.
All
Button.
right. Let's see what we're doing here.
A bunch of your friends con you into going to a bar that features couch dancing. Couch dancing is where a woman, clad only in a G-string, stands on a couch while you support her by the ankles. Once she is in this position, she
That couch dancing, is that what we call it these days?
dances for your entertainment pleasure.
Okay.
Next button. Shocked/disgusted. After the girl finishes her dance, she invites you into the back room for a relaxing massage. It becomes clear that she is a prostitute offering her services. Shocked/disgusted. Curious but not certain. Radio button.
Curious but not certain. Let's do
Link to her.
that.
Enlist her services and tell her that you are not a paying customer.
I'm going
Tell
to
her
say
that you are not a
no
paying
because my thought is, well, okay, I'm not going steady with anyone, but I already, you know, have at least somebody to work with. The other thing is, my, what was it, like 17% physical? I'm like, well, that's all I need is an STD possibility. So,
Next button.
can you go ahead and say no for this
She removes
time?
her G-string. She removes her G-string and asks if that changes your mind.
Huh.
Pass. Pass. Check. Next.
Yeah,
Button.
gotta tempt, you
Next.
gotta stay firm.
You are a model of self-control. Next chapter. Button.
All right.
There are 7 stages of life in alter ego.
Let's,
Relationships.
speaking of,
Link.
let's try a
Image.
relationship
Relationships.
thing
Link.
again.
Image.
All right.
Go on a date / have an experience.
We'll
with
do
your
one
friend.
more
Go
of
on a
these and
check.
see if anything
Next button.
good happens with our current partner
Stephanie
here.
has taken a friendly liking to a guy at work. They go out to lunch about 3 times a week. Do you trust her?
If I remember correctly, didn't it say that she was sort of trustworthy?
No. Radio button.
Nah.
Unchecked. Check. Next button.
3 times
Next.
a week is a little much. Like, once a
You shouldn't be
week.
so jealous. It brings down your confidence characteristic. It also makes you tyrannical in your relationship. You shouldn't try to dictate who Stephanie wants to see as a friend, and vice versa. Next chapter.
Alright,
button.
cool. We screwed that up.
You may select icon, work, link, image.
Let's do a work one.
link,
Yeah, why
image.
not?
You are trying to move ahead as quickly as possible in your vocational life, but it is rough. The more honest, hard work you do, the more time you spend spinning your wheels and getting no place fast.
Yeah.
Next button. Select a move. An opportunity arises for you to move ahead. It comes unexpectedly. A highly influential person slips up. You could capitalize on this error and move ahead, but if you do, this person's life will be ruined.
Ugh.
Aggressive. Not aggressive. Radio button. Uncheck. 1. Capitalize on the opportunity.
You know, not out to ruin people, but we don't know who it is. So, you know what? We need something good to go. We need something good to happen to us, so we're going to go for it.
You are successful. The person is crushed. For a while, it looks as if there may even be a suicide attempt. Your resource column increases by $10,000.
Okay,
Next chapter,
well,
button. They are sorted chronologically.
okay, well, that didn't go good for the other person, but we kind of were a little more aggressive on it. So now that we're
School,
working,
link, image.
let's go check our
School,
school
link, image.
activity.
Have a college experience.
Have a college
Have a college experience.
experience.
Next.
Let's
button.
do that. A college experience. I like that they call it that.
You may apply for financial aid for college. Are you interested in this?
Well, yeah,
Next button.
of course I
Borrow
am.
$10,000. For how much would you like to apply? Please note that the balance is due at the end of the adulthood module.
Oh, okay. See, that,
Borrow $20,000. Borrow $5,000. Borrow $1,000. Select an action. Borrow $1,000.
I'm just going to
Radio
borrow
button.
one
Check.
right now
One,
because
one.
we're pretty good on cash, and college in this game is pretty cheap. I forgot about that. I did this last time, and I made the same mistake this playthrough. When I think financial aid, yeah, there are loans, but I figured that, you know, I think, oh, well, the first thing I think of when I think of financial aid is, you know, not everybody, but a lot of people get grants. So I thought, oh, let's see if I can get any free money, you know, grants or scholarships. But no, apparently financial aid in this game just means loans. So I have, what, 4 options here?
Borrow $1,000.
Borrow
Borrow
one,
$5,000.
5,000.
Borrow $10,000. Borrow $20,000. Next.
No, we'll
button.
just borrow one.
Your resource column has just been updated to include this amount.
All right, so remember we got that job promotion too, so now
Next
we're
chapter,
pretty
button.
good.
Next chapter. Button.
Let's have another. Oh
After
wait.
returning
Oh,
from the doc a little while later,
oh,
ellipsis.
good lord.
After returning from the doctor's office one day, your mother walks into the house and bursts into tears. She has just been told that she has cancer. It is not operable and must be treated with a combination of chemotherapy and
Oh.
radiation. The family is in shock.
Oh man.
Next button.
That's not what I want to hear at all. Okay.
On the outside, she looks healthy and vital, but on the inside, she is deteriorating rapidly. The doctors can give you no definite answers about her condition and no prediction of how long she will live. In the coming months, there will be much sadness. The family may begin to treat her as if she is already gone, even while she remains alive.
No.
Next button. Next chapter button.
That honestly, cancer, I've had grandparents die through it or die because of it. And, you know, I've just so many people die of cancer. And I swear to God, that is, I think, one of my number one fears. Cancer scares the living shit out of me. I'm not going to lie. Like, cancer is just, ugh. That is, I don't know. I mean, I know some kinds are treatable, but even the treatable kind, it's like the crap you got to go through to just get through cancer and stuff like that, chemo and radiation and, yeah, no, I don't wish that upon anybody. All right, let's see what our screen says here.
In the months that follow, there is much sadness. A short time later, your mother passes away. It will take a long time to recover from the loss.
Oh man, I didn't even really get to do any sort of other events with her. This just kind of time passes.
Next chapter button.
Well, that sucks. Now it's
They
just
are
me
sorted
and
chronologically.
Dad. Okay. Oh, that didn't happen last game. Uh,
Emotional. Link. Image. Social. Link. Image.
eh. Let's do...
Emotional.
I
Link.
guess I'll do an
Image.
emotional
Emotional. Link.
one.
Image. Lately, nothing seems to be going right for you. It seems as though no one understands you or cares about you. People want things from you, but give nothing in return. Life is miserable and sometimes you don't even feel like waking up in the morning.
Oh, okay. So a variant of this happened to me last time, but I don't think it was quite as bad. And I didn't have... my mom didn't die at this point, and my dad was, I think, a little better.
Select a mood. Depressed. Radio. Suicidal. Radio button. Unchecked.
No.
Happy. Radio button.
Yeah,
Unchecked. One of one.
happy. Uh-huh.
Select an action. Seek help. Radio button. Do nothing. Radio button. Unchecked.
Yeah.
One. Next button.
We'll seek help. Let's see what options we get.
Everyone goes through periods like this once in a while. I'm glad you have decided to turn to someone to help you get through it. Who would you like to get help from? Professional. A friend or family member.
Let's do a family member
Friend or family member.
first.
Next button.
We'll save the
Next.
professional stuff for if things get really bad.
Friends or family members are likely to sympathize with you. Such sympathy can be very comforting, especially when you are depressed. Most times they will stick by you until your depression lifts. A professional might have been a bit more helpful with learning to cope with depression. For now, your reliance on friends or family proves successful.
Okay, there we go. And like I said, I helped my dad out of a funk, so, maybe he was there
Next
for
chapter.
me there. Okay, well, this just took a
Learning young
grim
adulthood.
turn. We actually are sort of successful at our work, but everything else, the relationships are kind of shattered. I screwed that one up. School is, I don't know, we'll see how that's going. You know what, let's just
Children. Link. Money. Link.
Let's
Image.
just pay
Money.
back the
Link.
stupid
Image.
loan.
Get a loan to purchase it. Pay back part of your loan.
Pay back
Pay back
part of my
your
loan.
Check. Leave this icon. Next button.
Let's just pay it all off.
Pay back $1 million. Radio button.
Yeah.
One of one. Pay back $1 million. Radio. Pay back $1,000.
Yeah, that's all I did. That's
Next
all I
button.
borrowed.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Next chapter.
So I
Button.
should be debt free, except for
There
paying
are
for
7 stages of life
college.
in alter ego.
Oh boy, where do we even go? So at this point, we kind of have to start thinking about, do we want to be, like, we're trying to, and this is, again, we're just doing it through, like, little icons, but, this is all the crap we got to think about, this time. It's like, well, do we want to try the relationship thing again? Do we just want to see if we can get our college done and, and keep working? We got to balance all of that stuff. Maybe one of these random events. Maybe somebody will. Maybe we'll encounter somebody from our past. Maybe that'll happen, and we don't have to necessarily do a dating thing or whatever. Let's do another school.
Link. Image. School. Link. Image.
Getting kind of complicated.
Have a college experience.
Sure, let's have a college experience.
Check. Next button. Loading. Ellipsis.
Okay.
Your philosophy professor is delivering a lecture on the image of today's man. He describes the present generation of young adults as morally weak and unable to take a stand.
Huh.
Next button.
Okay.
He criticizes them by saying, they are apathetic, naive, even misanthropic, concerned with gathering resources and acquiring worldly goods, and unconcerned with the larger issues of truth, existence, and real love. How will you react to
I say that's bullshit, but okay.
such a lecture? Select an action, sit quietly and take notes. Disagree with him, radio button. Write him off as pompous and bombastic, radio button. Uncheck, 1 of 1. Disagree with him, radio
Yeah,
button.
sure, let's disagree.
Check. Next button.
We've got our confidence
Next.
up. Let's have some fun.
You match wits with your professor, but he outmaneuvers you with logic. The fact is that the
Oh,
new
come
generation of
on.
young adults is going after material possessions more than any other before it. He points to the popularity of classified personal advertisements as supporting the current notion that even true love and good relationships can be acquired like used cars.
Huh.
Next chapter, button.
Well, there's that point, I
You are young
suppose. All right, cool. We're getting shot down in our classes. We just got out. Well, we're supposedly out of our bout of depression. Yeah, life is good, right? All right, so to get another drink of water here. And let's see. Where do we go from here? Let's...
Page 2 of 3. Work. Link. Image.
Well, Yeah, we'll do work, I suppose.
You have the opportunity to attend a conference that might provide you with information that will get you further ahead in your field.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Select a mood. Interested. Radio button. Not interested. Select an app. Go to the conference.
Conferences
Radio
are
button. Check.
cool.
Next button. Next.
It's like I want to go
button.
to CSUN again next year.
The cost of the conference is $1,000. Do you still want to go?
Yeah,
Next.
I've got
button.
money for it.
Next chapter. The conference is boring and unsatisfying. You have wasted your money.
Oh, man. I did this last time, and it paid off. Well, that sucks. I don't know.
Next chapter. Button.
Man,
You play
this
from
game
birth
just
to
wants me to
death.
be grim, this playthrough. This is a little bit more of your darker... We're kind of just getting by at this point, it looks like. It's like, well, we're trying, but... I don't know. Part of me thinks it's like, okay, the plight of the blind, the plight of the blind person. You know, I've been through stages like that where it's like, you know, going through college, you know, college is okay, but it's just, whatever. Finding a job as a blind person, just, you know, just getting beaten down over and over. Just kind of makes me think of that part of my life. But yeah, let's keep this grim fairy tale going, shall we?
Social. Link. Image.
Yeah, let's do some social
Social.
stuff. Let's
Link.
see if we
Image.
can...
At a party, you meet a group of people who are into the RC side of life. They are extremely analytical people who express themselves creatively. Some are artists, other dancers, some self-styled Renaissance people. They are apolitical, non-materialistic, and consider the best decisions one's made on the spur of the moment. They are certainly different. Select a mood. Impressed. Radio. Bored. Radio button. Unchecked.
Probably
One.
bored,
Check.
because I'm more of a business guy, so even if I were to say interested, I think that would contradict my current stats. I'm trying to think how that plays in, too.
Try to become more like them. Criticize them. Do nothing.
Do nothing.
Checked. Page 2.
I'm not going to criticize them, but
Next
I'm not
button.
going to follow in their footsteps.
Some people would be stimulated by such free-spirited individuals. Maybe your boredom stems from the fact that you actually feel threatened by people who are so vastly different from yourself.
Uh-huh.
Next chapter. Button.
Okay,
You may
man.
select icons in any order. Emotional. Link. Page
I want to
2 of
get some
3.
really
Emotional.
awesome
Link.
thing
Image.
happen to me here. Like, we got to take our... You know, we need a rebirth here. We need something really fun to happen.
Emotional. Link. Image.
All right, emotional.
Link.
Why the
Image.
heck not?
A friend from high school calls you up in a very serious tone of voice. She says she needs to speak with you about something right away. Her life is falling apart and you're the only one who can help her.
Okay.
Select a mood. Sympathetic. Radio. Surprised and put off. Radio. Select an action. Talk to her. Radio.
Sure.
Button. Tell her that you don't want the responsibility of keeping someone else's life from falling apart. Radio.
Yeah.
Button. Unchecked. Next. Button.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on.
Agree to meet. Her problem is that she has just found out that she is pregnant and is confused about what she should do. She can't speak with her family and her boyfriend has abandoned her. What will you suggest to her?
Oh, boy. Yeah, maybe. Now I gotta solve somebody else's problem. What would I say in this situation? God, I have no idea.
Select an action. Have an abortion. Radio button. Have the baby and keep it. Radio button. Have the baby and give it up for adoption. Radio. Try to help her come to a decision on her own. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds...
Suggest that she go for professional help in making a decision. Next button. A sensitive choice. You must have realized that giving anyone such a direct piece of advice on a matter as serious as this would surely be a mistake. If things didn't turn out well, she might hold you responsible. Unfortunately, it is.
Well, see, that's the thing, is we don't know. We know she's pregnant. We know that her boyfriend left, but we don't know any of the circumstances behind it. We don't know who she is or what she's like. So it's just like, okay, whatever. Not enough information.
Often very difficult to help someone in trouble sort out his or her true feelings. Next button.
Okay.
Next chapter. The person may come to rely on your direction. She may begin to lean on you so that you begin to feel responsible for her, even though you do not actively try to give her advice. While I don't want to say that a person can resolve a crisis only by seeking professional help, it is often the best way. Next chapter. Button. Next button. A little while later. Ellipsis.
Uh-oh. Well, now what?
Someone is spreading bad rumors about you within your social circle.
Good Lord.
Next button. Happiness. Because your confidence characteristic is high, you let this roll off your back with no problem. There is no sense in trying to track down the gossip monger who started the rumors. He or she is probably a pitiful soul who is lacking
Okay.
happiness in his or her own life.
Well, at least that didn't
Next chapter. Button.
affect me. Man, I think this almost, instead of calling it a Let's Play, it should be called an endurance run. We've got all kinds of... Oh, man. Test of wills here. Okay. Let's
School. Link. Image.
see if we can at
School.
least try to
Link.
graduate, huh?
Choose a major. Enroll in college. Have a
So
have a
we're
college
already
experience.
enrolled.
Radio button. Drop out of college. Have a college experience.
Have a college
Have a college
experience.
experience.
Let's...
Next button. Loading. Ellipsis. The drama club is putting on a production and they are asking for people to come down, join the club, and audition. Are you interested?
You know what? Yeah, let's do it, because we need something more uplifting. We need to do some sort of, like, non-work thing that'll
Next
like
button.
maybe
Technical staff.
get all of our
For what kind of part would
funk
you like to
out.
try out?
Oh, okay.
Leading male. Major character. Minor character. Technical staff. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Minor
Let's.
character. Radio button. Unchecked. Major character. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Wonder if I could do a major character. I don't want to be the lead,
Next button.
but let's get some recognition going. Let's try it.
Your social skills help you to win the part with ease.
Okay.
On opening night, you are a runaway success. Social and confidence characteristics continue to rise.
Okay.
Next chapter.
Well,
button.
that's good.
They are sorted
Woohoo! Something good
chronologically.
happened. Okay. Let me check my stats
Stats,
because I'm
link,
trying to
image.
figure out
Stats, link, image,
how much.
happiness,
Let me flip.
fruitfulness, trustworthy, money, income per turn, 2,000, thoughtless spending per turn, acquisitions, no, college credits, 3.
Okay, I've got 3 college credits. I need 12. So.
Next, button, next.
Oh wait,
button,
let's. How
college
much
credit,
money do I have?
acquisition, thoughtless, income per turn, money, 21,085.
Okay, 21,000. That's
Next,
not bad. What does it say? 200 per
You are in young adulthood.
college experience. Let's do one more main tree item, and then we'll do another college
Stage
thing.
2 of 3.
We'll just see what the relationship stuff goes. We'll just be like an old bachelor, like I am right now. We'll just kind of float through things and just get our academics and finances in line, and then we can see what happens.
Social, link, image.
Sure, let's do a
Link,
social.
image. Warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Next,
More
button.
sexual stuff. All right.
One of your friends is getting married next Sunday, and you have been invited to his bachelor party. The best man for the wedding has hired a performer for the evening. Her name is Helga, the Norwegian Torch.
Okay, Helga the Norwegian Torch.
Next, button.
Alrighty. That ought to be an
Herself nor her
interesting
immediate
party.
surround- Her talent is taking off all of her clothing, dousing herself with a flammable liquid, setting herself ablaze and dancing until the flame burns out. The
Damn.
most amazing aspect of her performance is the fact that she damages neither herself nor her immediate surroundings. After Helga's performance, she relaxes with the people at the party, wearing nothing more than a black G-string.
Huh. That is pretty impressive to start yourself on fire and not burn.
Next, button.
Okay.
Not interested. At various intervals during the night, she whispers to a different gentleman at the party, leaves the room with him for about 10 minutes, and returns. She leans over and whispers in your ear that she would like to perform a very bizarre sexual act with you.
Oh,
Select
man.
mood. Interested. Radio. Not interested. Radio.
You know
button.
what?
Unchecked.
For the
1
sake of
of
the
1.
video, and because our life is kind of screwed up as it is, you know what? We didn't do it for the last time. We didn't do it with the rich hunter ladies, whatever. So, you know what? We're just gonna.
Go with Helga. Tell Helga it sounds like fun, but you are not really up for it. Next, button.
Sure, why not? We'll see what weird disease I get.
Imagine the weirdest sexual thing a person could do while hanging upside down and spinning. By the time Helga is finished with you, you don't know whether you're coming or going. She is certainly a very creative and versatile person. Unfortunately, the experience leaves you with a rather unsavory souvenir.
Oh, you know what?
Next button.
Yep.
Next
Shit.
chapter. 3 weeks and 6 shots of penicillin later, it exists only as a memory. Thank goodness.
How did I know that was gonna happen? Well, you know what? We did our sexual deed for the
Next chapter.
video. So,
You
all
play
right.
from birth to death, whenever that may be. School.
I guess we'll
link,
go back to
image.
school again, get
link,
another
image.
credit.
Have a college experience. Have a college experience.
And it's funny that this is, basically you have an experience, but like you have to do that in order for it, I think, to count as a credit.
Next button.
All right, so we're gonna do another $200 down there.
The student government organization is gathering to hold a meeting. Are you interested in running for a school office?
I ordinarily, like in real life, absolutely not. I have no interest in politics whatsoever. But for the game's
Next
sake,
button.
let's do it.
Next chapter. You have just the right mix of social skills and aggressiveness to be a confident school leader.
Okay? Yeah, because that's the thing is I seem to be able to pull that kind of thing off in this game pretty well.
Your expressiveness characteristic shows that you quickly become a great speech maker. Your thoughtfulness characteristic shows that you attend to the needs of the students well and have a successful term in office. As a result, social, thoughtful, expressive, and intellectual domains all increase.
Nice. Okay.
Next chapter. Button.
All right. Hey, we're getting
You are
getting out of
adulthood.
this funk, maybe. Knock on wood. Now we're actually doing stuff.
School. Link.
Let's do one
image.
more school.
School. Link. Image.
Uh,
Have a college experience. Have a college experience. Next. Button. Next.
all right.
You
What do
have
we
just
got?
realized that you will never have the time to do a political science term paper that is due in 3 days. You are approached by someone with a pencil-thin mustache who will gladly sell you a term paper and guarantee at least a B. The cost is $5. What do you want to do?
I love the fact that they put in there, not just a person, but a person with a pencil-thin mustache. Like, The mustache guys are untrustworthy, man. Just because they added that little element, that little kind of twist, or that little, extra description, you can kind of picture. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious where this goes. It's only $5, so.
Buy the term paper. Ask for an extension from your political science professor.
Next
button.
No, I'm doing well in school. I don't want to screw that up. No, because
Ask for an extension from
I
your
ran
political
for the
science professor.
government and I did well. So then, if I find out that I cheated, then I'm just going to be even more ruined.
Ask for an
Let's just
extension
be
from your
honest.
ask
No,
for an
let's
check. Next button.
let's play this out.
You don't have enough of the gentleness characteristic to get the
What?
extension. You sound too hostile and defensive.
Really?
Next chapter button.
Well, at least I tried it
Your game is saved
legitly.
automatically.
All right, so chalk one up to another, the craptacular column. Let's do another
Page 2 of 3.
tree thing, shall we?
Emotional.
Emotional.
Link, image, emotional. Link. Image. I'm sorry. This icon involves a steady relationship of some kind. These are the kind of experiences you miss out on when you are single. Please choose another episode. You may come back
Okay.
later. Next chapter button.
So that one
You may
is
select icons in
gone.
any order.
You know what we haven't done?
Purchase. Link. Image.
Purchase.
Purchase. Link. Image.
Um,
Welcome to the wonderful world of major purchases. In this icon you will have the opportunity to purchase the material possessions you have always dreamed about. You can use either cash or our easy-to-arrange credit program. Next button.
I'm gonna buy.
While you are in this icon, I will encourage you to spend to your heart's content. But please note that spending beyond your means can, and in most cases will, be hazardous to your emotional and physical health.
Okay.
Next button. Yes, also, keep in mind these ancient words of consumer wisdom, caveat emptor. In this module, you can purchase several items. Would you like to make a purchase?
Yes, I would.
Next button. Computer, radio button. How
All right.
fabulous. Your salesperson will be Bob Roberts. What would you like to purchase?
Bob Roberts. Okay.
Select an action, watch, radio button, stereo equipment, radio, photo equipment, video equipment, computer, radio button.
I want to
Unchat,
buy a
1 of 1.
computer because that'll be
Check.
helpful for school, and I should have actually done that before. Let's see what else we can buy. Though I'll show you the rest of the list here.
Sports equipment, radio button. Clothes/wardrobe, radio, automobile, radio button. Library of books, boat, radio button. Bunch, toys and goodies for the wife and kid. Next button.
Toys and goodies for the wife and kids. No.
You can purchase 3 computers.
Okay.
Select an action. A basic tablet PC, $500. A lightweight powerhouse laptop, $1,500. A super powerful gaming rig, $3,499.
Dang, that's
Uncheck, 1 of
expensive.
1.
But I think you know what one we're gonna do, right? It's illegally cited. Come on. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Checked.
We're gonna buy the gaming
Next
rig.
button. The top of the line. Be sure to come back next year when your machine is obsolete.
Nice touch. Yeah.
Next
That's
button.
yeah. Yeah. That kind of summarizes it. Yeah, you about feel
Select
that
an
way.
action. Would you like to pay for this with cash?
Cash,
Button.
yes.
Next
I'm not
button.
gonna take out any loans.
Next chapter. Thank you for cashing in on this once and a lifetime value. Come again soon.
Okay.
Next chapter.
Now, we own
You
a
play from birth
nice
until death, whenever that
gaming
may be.
rig, as well we should. Now let's check our status because I
Stats,
want to see
link,
what our
image.
actual
Stats, link, image,
cash
hopefulness,
flow
85,
is.
money, income, thoughtless, income per turn, money, 16,383.
Oh, okay. I still got 16 grand
Income per turn, 2,322.
Yeah, 2,300
645.
per turn. That's, we get a little spending out, but
You are a young adult.
yeah, we're okay for there. Let's do another event and then we'll do another school.
Social. Link,
Social.
Image, unsocial. Unchecked. While socializing at a friend's party, you run into someone you had a terrible crush on in 5th grade. She looks even better now than she did back then. She is with a guy who looks like he eats apartment buildings for lunch.
Okay. You know what? Let's follow up on it because all my other stuff, I haven't been doing anything with relationships, so maybe this will come back from our past and something good will happen. We'll see.
Select a mood. Sociable/flirtatious. Radio. Unsociable/self-conscious. Select an action. Walk over and say hello. Radio.
Yeah.
Button. Next button.
Let's do it. Her boyfriend will be pissed, but
You are introduced to Duke, her date, who excuses himself to look for something to eat. There is a table full of food over there that looks unprotected. Make small talk and excuse yourself. Bring up the fact that you had a terrible crush on her in the old days.
all right.
Bring up the fact that you had a terrible... Next.
Let's do it.
Next. As the sweat dampens your palms, you take the risk of telling her that back in grade school, you thought she was irresistible. She had dimples, blonde hair, and 3 freckles on each cheek. Next. Button.
Okay.
Back with Clam, she admits that she had quite an impression of you, too. Everyone used to call you Squirrel Cheeks because of the way your teeth were too big for your mouth. She continues, everyone thought you were such a nerd. With that, Duke walks. Back with Clam dip dripping from his chin. Your attraction for her seems to wane by the second. She and Duke seem made for each other. Next chapter, button.
Okay.
Little while later, ellipsis. You misplace your wallet, forcing you to arrive late to an important appointment.
Oh, man. Can't catch a break,
Next
can
chapter,
we?
button. They are sorted.
Okay, well, that was just, admitting. I wondered if that was going to go real south with Duke, or what. You know what, let's
Relationships. Link.
let's
Image.
do another relationship thing.
Link.
Let's see,
Image.
so let's find a partner,
someone.
meet somebody.
Next button.
Let's meet him at school this time, because now we are enrolled.
At school.
Let's
Next
do
button.
that this time. Work didn't pan out so
Sarah,
well.
Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Jessica.
Let's
radio
see, we
button.
could do
Check.
Jessica,
Ashley,
we
radio
could
button.
go
Unchecked.
with
Jennifer. Ashley. Radio button. Jennifer.
Ashley,
radio
Jennifer.
Button. Amanda. Radio button. Sarah. Radio button. Stephanie. Radio. Nicole. Radio. Heather. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Jessica. Radio button. Checked. 1 of 1. Next. Button.
Sure, why not? Let's go Jessica.
You have chosen to meet with Jessica. Her characteristics may be described as follows. She is moderately trustworthy. She is very gentle. She is very calm. She is very happy. She is not very confident. She is not very attractive. Next button.
Huh. Okay.
Next button. Fortunately, she accepts. You have seen her hanging around the art department where she poses nude for art classes.
Okay.
After deciding you are attracted to her, you ask her for a date. Fortunately, she accepts. Next chapter button.
Okay.
Emotional link image.
All right, so this one poses nude for people. Make of that what you will. All right.
School link image. Relationships.
Let's
link,
do one of
image,
the
relationships,
relationship
link,
events
image.
here.
Go on a date / have an experience with your. Go
Have
on
an
a check.
experience.
Next button.
Let's see what craziness
Next.
we get into with Jessica.
Jessica admits that every so often, when the two of you are being romantic, she makes believe that you are a famous movie star. How do you feel about this?
Okay.
It's not normal. Radio button. Check. It's okay as long as she doesn't get carried away with it.
Yeah, why not?
It's okay as long. Next button.
I'm good with that.
Next.
That's not too crazy.
Actually, this is quite a common way for people, both men and women, to add variety to their relationships without actively seeking someone new. I'm glad you are open enough to accept it. Now, what if I told you that the name of the famous movie star is Flipper? Just kidding. Just kidding.
What? I'm not even sure how to respond to that. Just kidding. Oh, Flipper. Uh-huh. Yeah. How do you even...
Next chapter button.
This game is weird, and it knows what it is. I like the personality that the writer of this game has. Like, it's got a lot of serious topics, and actually there's been some really tough decisions. But there's some kind of lightheartedness to it, and there's some, pretty funny stuff here and there, too, if you can find and, kind of dig
Next
through
chapter
it all.
button.
It's just a really well-crafted
Emotional
game.
link image.
For like a choose-your-own-adventure style game like this, Alter Ego, I think, is probably one of my favorite, just, for all of the reasons that I've talked about so far. There's the variety, the replayability, the thought, and it's each little scenario is actually really well written. Yeah, I mean, this game is actually very, very good, and if you are looking for an accessible game, and even if you don't need any assistive technology to play, I would highly recommend giving this one a shot, even if, you play it once or something. Support the developers like this, because someone that, again, somebody that does go into this much detail, and I can't even imagine, I would be curious to know how many events he or she or they, how many events they had to write, and how to do this crazy, because from a while back now, all of my family events, I can only have ones where my mom isn't in them, because my mom died of cancer. If this happens because I'm in a relationship or not in a relationship, or the amount of kind of crazy stuff that you probably got to keep track of. Aside from the fancy graphics, this is kind of a lot of the things that you get in your in a lot of the mainstream RPGs, role-playing games that people like, Mass Effect series and The Witcher and, just really cool things like that. It's just that, we don't have any fancy graphics or anything like that, or, it's not voice acted or anything, but interesting game. Let's do another college
Link,
experience.
Image. School. Link. Image. Have a college experience.
Earn ourselves another
Have a college
credit,
experience.
shall we?
Next button. Loading. Ellipsis. As a way of making pocket money, one of your friends suggests a tuck-in service. For $3, you or your friend will tuck in a female student living in one of the dormitories and read her a bedtime story. Does this
Um,
sound like something you would like to try?
I have never heard of something like that before. That is weird. Wait, what?
As a way of making pocket money, one of your friends suggests a tuck-in service. For $3, you or your friend will tuck in a female student living in one of the dormitories and read her a bedtime story. Does this
Just because I'm morbidly curious where this is going to go, we're going to say, yeah, let's
Next
do it,
button.
because this is weird.
Next chapter. Socially, you have the finesse necessary to convince a young woman to let you into her room and read her a bedtime story.
Yeah.
You have the self-control necessary to stop yourself from jumping under the covers with your clients. As a result, you build up a popular business. Your total earnings from this job are $1,000.
Damn. Nice.
Next chapter. Button.
All right. That was
Emotional
weird, but
link,
okay. All right. We're reading... Weird. Reading... I've never even heard of such a thing. Tucking female college students into bed and reading them bedtime stories? And people pay for that? What? That was nowhere near anything I heard of when I was in college. This game is weird, you guys. Okay, let's do another main
Page
tree
2 of 3.
event here.
Family.
Yeah, let's do a
link,
family
image,
one. We haven't done one of
family,
those in a
link,
long
image.
time.
While you are doing some grocery shopping, you run into a high school friend who is wheeling around a small child. He is the same age as you and is a father.
Okay.
Select a mood. Uncomfortable/taken aback. Happy. Radio button. SAD. Radio button. Happy. Radio
Well,
button.
be happy. That's
Check.
nothing wrong
Ponder
with that.
fatherhood. Ponder fatherhood. Radio button. Be thankful that you are not yet a father. Next button.
We'll ponder it.
It must be quite an experience to have a little version of yourself running around. What characteristics would she or he have? Your eyes, your smile, her disposition? Sigh. Do you feel that slight tugging at your heart? That's called the paternal instinct. I hope you didn't think that only women had such feelings.
Okay.
Next chapter. Button. You are in young adulthood. School.
Let's
link,
do another
image.
school. Let's
School,
see
link,
young
image.
adulthood. Let's see if we can get through
Have a college experience.
our college
Have a college experience.
experience
Check.
for the most part here.
Next button.
And again, I don't know when something is going to trigger me to leave young adulthood.
What's on his mind?
I know when I did this last time, I got a fair number of credits, but I actually didn't. I didn't actually complete college until my next stage of life. So I'm not exactly sure like what the age cutoffs are as far as like what they consider young adulthood. I don't know if that means like 18 to 25 or something like that. But we're going to try to get through our college and stuff.
During the college vacation break, you bump into a person who used to be a good friend in high school. He chose to skip college and find a job. He is now working as a machine maintenance engineer at a local plant in your old home
Okay.
town. When you try to converse with him, he seems distant and aloof, almost resentful. Ask him what's on his mind. Radio button. Make small talk for a few minutes, then walk away.
Yeah,
Next
we'll see
button.
what's going on.
He says, "What would you care? Besides, you have the easy life in college now. You would never understand my worries." Get angry and walk away. Radio button. Ask him if he wants to tell you about it anyway.
Not
Ask him
worth
if he
getting
wants to
angry
connect.
about it, but
Next. Your sincerity causes him to see that he has treated you in a rude fashion. He admits that his life is very difficult now. He has bills to pay and other responsibilities he really wasn't ready for.
Yeah,
His
don't
life
we
is routine
all?
and he gets little enjoyment out of his work. Next button.
okay.
Seeing you sparked some envy in him, but soon your friendship is renewed. He only criticized you because he felt you might be looking down on him because he didn't go to college, a move he regrets now. Your patience
I
runs
don't
down his
care.
defenses and motivates him to take a closer look at his life. Next chapter. Button.
All right. That's
Emotional.
a
Link.
positive thing with our old friend. Let me take a quick break here for a second. Get some more water. There we go. All right, moving on. In our
You are in young adulthood.
young adulthood stage of life. How many?
Stats.
Let me
Link.
go into
Image.
stats real
Stats.
quick. I just
Link.
want to see.
Happiness,
my money
62%.
and my
Truthfulness,
financial, or
90%.
my money and my college.
Trustworthiness, money, 18,536.
Okay, so we're still pretty level on our money.
Income per turn, 2,300. Thoughtless spending per turn, 2016. Acquisitions, high ND. College credits, 7.
Okay, 7 credits.
button.
I need 12.
You are in young adulthood.
Okay. And I think when I did this last time, I think technically you need 13 because I thought I did 12. And then when I went to college again just to see what would happen, like I didn't know if they had like a equivalent to like an upper, like a master's or doctorate thing. But when I went in again, it said, oh, now you've graduated. So I don't know if that counts as a separate experience or how they handle that.
Relationships.
Let's do another relationship thing.
Image. Go on a date /
Let's see what's
Go on a
see what
chat.
Jessica's doing.
Next button. Loading ellipsis. Warning, warning. This episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature.
All right,
Next button.
fair enough.
Select. You are sitting in Jessica's living room. The lights are low, and the two of you are very cozy. Jessica begins to get very romantic, and you respond in kind. She explains that she would really like to make love with you, but doesn't have any birth control. What will you do? Suggest that you satisfy each other without having intercourse. Run out to the drugstore and buy some condoms. Convince her that you will pull out before ejaculating and that it will be safe.
Knowing the luck in my game right now, if I did that, I'd end up getting her pregnant, and then I'd find some weird, crazy thing that she was into, and I'd end up paying child support.
Run out to the drugstore and buy some condoms.
But that'll kill the mood.
Suggest that you satisfy each other without having intercourse.
Like I said, I'm going by what like the way that this game is going so far during this playthrough, and things usually don't turn out that well. So, like I said, I don't want the long-term child support thing going on if things go badly.
Next button.
Let's just see if we can do.
That's a nice alternative. The two of you chose a safe, sensible way out of your dilemma.
Okay,
Next chapter button.
cool. That went well.
Next button.
I didn't leave and kill the mood.
You have just passed through young adulthood.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Button.
so we are going to wrap up this video shortly, but let's first,
There may
again,
have been a time in your life when family activities took a backseat to establishing some independence. In general, your family relationships are good.
okay. So we're going to wrap up this video pretty soon, but let's finish going through our stats as usual here and see what our life is currently ranked at so far before we
Next button.
enter in, I think it's like middle ages next, maybe?
Physically, you have been not very healthy.
Yeah.
You have wisely chosen to stay away from drinking and drugs to a large extent. Next button.
Yeah, but I do some.
Social cause. In this phase of life, some of the issues you have faced are what crowd of people to associate with and what material items bring recognition from them. Somewhere along the line, you may have devoted a portion of your life to a worthy social cause like a charity event or the Peace Corps. Your social skills are excellent.
Okay.
Next button. Although you do not have a steady partner at the present time, there's always the next life phase, if that is what you are aiming for. Next button. Now, regarding your emotional and personality development, ellipsis, next button.
Okay, regarding my emotional development.
How long do you think you can get away with your untrustworthy style of behavior?
How am I untrustworthy? What have I done? What? What have I done to not... I mean, I went on a couple, like the strip club thing and whatever, but I didn't really...
Next button.
Weird, because that changed.
Even though we all have our secrets, you are doing a very good job of keeping your wilder side under control.
Yeah, so I don't get that last statement. I don't get how I'm not
Next button.
honest.
You are taking life pretty seriously, aren't you? While you are far from depressed, it sometimes seems that you don't always strive to be the happiest person you can be.
I don't know.
Next button.
I'm not sure I agree with some of this.
You can be sensible and understanding. Next button.
Okay.
You are usually cool, calm, and collected.
Okay.
Next button.
Fair enough. I'm not
Next.
quite so skittish anymore.
Vocationally, you are doing well.
All right.
Next button.
That's good.
You certainly have a good head on your shoulders. You are not only book smart, you also have plenty of common sense.
Okay, that's exactly where
Next
I want to be
button.
there.
By this time, you may have been feeling a bit of pressure to achieve, get ahead, buy a house, or possibly even, gasp, settle down. You have gone through quite a range of experiences already, but there is a great deal more to come. Next chapter button.
Okay.
Aphorisms. Welcome to adulthood. Life is short, the art long, opportunity fleeting, experience treacherous, judgment difficult. Hippocrates.
Hippocrates.
460 B.
I think that's
C.
Hippocrates. Hippocrates. That, for some reason, that just makes me laugh the way it pronounces that.
Aphorisms. Sakai. Next chapter. Button.
It's kind of like Socrates.
Social. Link. Image.
Socrates for Socrates. Yeah, they never get that one right. All right, well, with that weirdness, yeah, we've had kind of a rocky road so far. We're getting by. Some of our stuff is going pretty good. School and vocational are good. I don't know, Jessica seems okay so far. We'll see what happens with that in ye next episode as we enter on into
You are in adulthood.
full adulthood. And so we're going to wrap this video up here. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I'm definitely finding it interesting. Like I said, just not only playing it, the game itself, but seeing how it differed compared to the first time that I played. And yeah, so yeah, like and subscribe again, and follow me on Twitter at BGFH79. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next one.